Hey guys, this is Sandy White from Simply Fit, your #1 health and wellness cheerleader. And on today's segment, we're going to be talking about SAD, the acronym S.A.D, Seasonal Attentive Disorder. Seasonal Attentive Disorder, or Seasonal Active Disorder, whichever one you want to say it. Basically, the bottom line is it's temporary, and it's a mild depression that a lot of Americans fall into, and that is because of the time frame that we're in. So we're in fall, which means you're going to either wake up in the dark or you're going to be going home from work in the dark. So it really messes with some individuals. It messes with their system, and it messes with their brain chemicals. So I'm going to be talking about 4 things that you can do that will minimize, correct, or put you on the track for wellness. Because I don't know how far along you are, meaning like how bad each year the SAD is with each individual. Now, I am a certified health and wellness coach. I am not a certified counselor. For mild depression, I can work with you because that's only exercise and nutrition. But when it gets beyond mild, you do need to see a clinical licensed therapist. And if you don't have a counselor that you can talk to, you don't know where you can find one, just hit me up. So we're going to go through the 4 steps that you can add in right now. Okay, so the first tip is going to be utilizing a blue light. As I mentioned before, seasonal attention disorder is basically causing depression in individuals because of the lack of daylight. And you can get I don't want to say it's a prescription or not exactly sure how you want to word this because it's not a prescription, but you can get a note from your doctor, a medical note from your doctor saying that you are, and I know before I say this, a lot of people don't want to tell their employer this, but you need to let someone know in HR so that provisions can be made for you so that you can get onto the road to wellness. So you get a note from your doctor saying that you're dealing with SAD, and the HR folks will either provide you with, if you're a government employee, provide you with a blue light, or they will allow you to bring a blue light onto their premises. And a blue light acts as it gives you the same benefits as sunlight does. So you can utilize this in the summer or not, because it depends on what's going on. Even in the summertime, if you work in a secure area, a lot of secure areas don't have windows. So it doesn't matter if it's winter or if summer, but for this particular segment, we're talking about fall through winter, where everybody is dealing with the same thing, regardless of what your work environment is. The daylight, we don't have as much. So you got like 3.5 months of daylight that is going to be lessened in your life. And depending on your schedule, that could wreak havoc on you. So the blue light is going to mimic the benefits that you would get from sunlight, and you could get that from Amazon, and or check with your HR department. If you work for a government agency, they may already have them, and they'll provide it to you. The next thing is to ramp up your vitamin D. So I'm outside as usual. So while you're using the blue light, make sure you're increasing the vitamin D, because those two go hand in hand. So the benefits the vitamin D that you would normally get from the sunlight, you're lacking during the 3.5 months that we're going from fall to winter. So you want to make sure you're taking that vitamin D supplement and you're utilizing that blue light. Number 3 is going to be exercise. You guys, exercise is going to be your catalyst for a bunch of things. Whatever you're dealing with, you need to exercise. Whatever you're dealing with, The exercise doesn't necessarily have to be strenuous. It can be mild. It could be stretches. The routine I'm going to show you, they're straight Pilates. There's no impact on your joints, but it's going to give you the benefits that you need. So you can do that exercise routine. I don't want to say minimum or max, but the minimum you want to make sure you do at least 4 sets with 8 reps inside of them. Now, here's another tip. If you have stairs in your office building, and say for an example, you work on the 8th floor. This is perfect if you work on higher floors than, 2 or 3. But regardless of the amount of whichever level you work on, utilizing stairs is so easy. Going down is a no-brainer, but going up, that's where you get the magic. It helps with your heart rate. It increases your heart rate. It makes your heart stronger instead of your heart being weakened and it's palpitating because it's not used to being utilized. So as an example, if you work on the 8th floor, the first day you want to go wherever your entry level is. Say your entry level is on level 2 because you got a garage where you park in. We'll go through level 2 and then take the flight of stairs to 3, get off, take the elevator up. If you can handle more, great. But I'm just saying for folks that haven't exercised in a while, you do 1 flight of stairs a day. And when I say 1 flight of stairs, I don't mean like keep doing the same one. So if you started out on 1 flight, then the next day will be 2, 3, so on and so forth until you can walk all the way up to the 8th floor without taking the elevator. Now, the next tip is going to be adding in a stress reliever. Now, it's Right Time Tea, I believe that's the name of it. The brand, not the name of the tea, correction. Right Time Tea, I think that is it. But if that's not the right brand, it says it says stress tea on the front of it. It's like a golden tan box, but it says stress tea. That's the one that you want to get. You can get it in any grocery store. I don't care where you live at. These teas are in the grocery aisle where you get the coffee from. It's the stress tea. Because during this time, your cortisol levels are up because your stress levels are high because you're not getting the sunlight that you need to function. So we want to keep your stress levels down. We want to make sure you're exercising. Add in that vitamin D, and then you want to make sure that you are also talking with a counselor. So I am not a mental health counselor, but I deal with mild depression only at the level where I can handle it from nutrition and exercise. When it gets beyond mild, that's when you need to go and talk to a clinical therapist or counselor. If you don't know where one is in your area, please go to wytv7.org, hit the broadcasters button, look for my broadcast, Simply Fit, and just tell me that. I need to know certified counselors that will help me with S.A.D in my area, and I will shoot you out a list. So now this is a bonus. Y'all know I like to give y'all bonuses. So this last one, I tell you guys this all the time too. It's a sleep routine, but it's a twist on your sleep routine. So whatever you're going to do to get yourself relaxed and calm so you can get a good night's sleep or you're not tossing and turning, the last thing you need to do before you get into the bed all nice and snug, utilize Dr. Teal's sleep spray. About 3 to 5 minutes and you're going to be out like a light. It's not habit informing. You're not going to get hooked on it. So you can utilize this every night. Take a nice hot shower and bath, whatever you're going to do, whatever your routine is going to be, and then make sure you utilize that. If you sleep well, the cells can rejuvenate. It can help you feel better. You'll wake up relaxed. You won't start off your day being stressed. Oh, I have another bonus for you. but you won't have your day starting off stressed. So that's another thing that when you're dealing with SAD, it kicks off bad because you're starting off on the wrong foot. So you got to get a good night's sleep. Make sure that nighttime routine is slaying, where it's a no-brainer. Add in that Dr. Teal's sleep spray. Then, you make sure you're adding in that blue light, getting your exercise, doing the vitamin D.
All right, so we're back. I'm going to show you guys a Pilates move. It's a combination Pilates move. It's going to strengthen your shoulders, strengthen your back, strengthen your core area. And if you're dealing with diastasis recti, it's going to help that as well, because you're going to do alternate legs versus both at the same time. And that heals that area, your core area, a lot faster. And you're going to feel it in your quads and your hamstrings. So quadriceps, hamstrings. So let's get going. If you're not comfortable holding a weight over your head, use the resistance band. You don't want to use the resistance band. Just get a sturdy, just make sure you anchor your hand on a sturdy piece of furniture, because you're going to need it to make sure that your back doesn't arch. It stays flat. And let's get going. All right. And your goal is to do 4 sets. And then the maximum is 8 sets. And then I'm going to run through this real quick. We started out with the walk challenge. We added in the water challenge. We added in the stretch challenge. We added in the, this is now going to be, well, it's not a challenge, but it's to assist if you're having issues with seasonal depression, which is called S.A.D, seasonal active disorder. So I'm not a licensed counselor, but I can get you one. I am a certified health and wellness coach, and I work with nutrition and exercise, which will alter the state of your brain chemicals, which will put you in a better mood. So exercise is going to get those endorphins up, which is going to change the way that you feel. So this is a Pilates move. I have my exercise bands on a sturdy piece of furniture. You want to make sure that you are flat, squeeze your abs, and then pull the cord, as if you're using an exercise cord, as far as you can where you can feel it. The first move is working your shoulders, okay? And now I'm going to add the legs. So you're going to be like a tabletop with your legs. Your arms are going back and forth in a pretty fast-paced motion. And then you add your legs, and you're only counting on one leg. This is 7, 6, 6, no count, 5, no count, 4, no count, 3, no count, 2, no count, and 1, no count. Right there, okay? That is the move. You're working your abs. You have diastasis recti. You're doing 1 round with the legs individually versus at the same time. This is going to flatten your abs. It's also going to strengthen your back. You can hold on to a sturdy piece of furniture. You can hold weights in your hand. If you're not comfortable, again, with that, please use the exercise resistance band. Next set, okay? And if you're like, I do not have the strength to just count on one leg, we're going to do baby steps, okay? So if you have to count both legs, count both legs until you can do 1 count per leg, all right? So that is the move. It's a Pilates move. It'll strengthen core, back, shoulders, quads, and hamstrings. I'm Sandy White, your health and wellness cheerleader. We broadcast every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WYTV7. Like, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you turn on the notification. That way you are always in the know of when we're going to be sending out new videos. And you can hear, I mean, I'm not out of breath, but that's a really good workout. And if you can get yourself up to 4 sets, man, now that's going to be a challenge. Well, actually everybody can do it, whether you're dealing with S.A.D or not. It's a really good challenge because in the wintertime, pretty much we all get kind of calm and relaxed. Don't want to go out. If you're not an outdoor person, you know, all of that stuff. This is a good challenge for you. Add in the vitamin D, add in the blue light, make sure you're exercising, take the stress tea. You can go to any store to get it. Make sure that you're utilizing in your nighttime routine the Dr. Teal's sleep spray. Works wonders, and get counseling. Until next week, I love you guys. Mwah. Talk to you. And remember, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we broadcast. See you next week. Bye.